3, 2, 1.
Here we go! Luke Henry, after kicking Monarch's ass to the depths of space, is back on Earth, and now he's looking to save the world from the Fourth World Foundation. Sure, he had help from Penumbra before, but she's not helping him this time. He's got to face it on his own. Look at these four people. He's coming for a villain known as Adonis. He'll do it. You'll be there. Back it now. First Man 2, Learning Curve.
Oh yeah, welcome to the What am I wearing these for? I don't wear these when I live stream. Dennis knows it. Doesn't even forewarn me to take them off. He likes me to embarrass myself.
I just get used to it. It's age. It's forgetfulness.
Let's lower this so we can see your shirt. Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Twinsies, and they're both black.
They are.
That's right.
It's kind of matching our really good beards that are starting to not come in very well.
It's No Shave November. If you're wondering why we're growing it out, you can see mine a little clearer. I hit it with a little spray paint this morning. That's right. I got no problem washing that gray right out of my hair because you can't even see barely anything up here. But
turn to the side. Let him see your back. He's got the Captain Picard look. Oh yeah.
There you go.
Number 1, engage.
Number 1, engage. It would be Picard. I was going to say Professor X, but that's when I'm normal.
Oh yeah, Professor X.
Right.
But then that would be
that would be when I'm normal. So anyhow, it is Wednesday, and you are here with us, Dennis and Andy, on the DNA show, and we're going to talk new comics that came out like we always do. We're going to talk about the big dump of stuff Marvel has apparently coming out through their Disney 2021 thing they did this past weekend, where they dumped a crap ton of news about new shows that are coming out. Some we knew about and a lot we didn't. We're going to watch the amazing Spider-Man No Going Home or Going Back Home or No
Way Home.
No Way Home. That's what I said. No Way Home trailer. We're going to watch that. We've already watched it, but we'll watch it again and give our thoughts on it and stuff. But first and foremost, let's hit it out of the park with let's see what Dennis bought. Because I only bought one book this week. So, yes.
Now, realize this is going to be a little different, everybody. In case you've been living under the comic book rock, this part of the country, Diamond Distribution got hit with
Wait, just this part? It's not all over?
Not all the distribution centers got nailed.
Oh.
So we get all of ours out of Baltimore, and Baltimore was one of the ones that was hit. So all of the indie comics, which I love, did not come in last week with the other books. They didn't come in until much later, which is what I got this week. And, of course, they're still down, which means this week's new releases for indies I'm not going to get till next week, because even if they come in on Friday, where are we going to be heading, Andy?
Charleston, South Carolina for Charleston Con. Going down there. It's a one-day show, like I said, in Charleston, South Carolina. It has a pretty good lineup of guests. Besides myself, Mr. Dan Fragaboom is going to be there. We are set next to each other. Jim Shooter is going to be there. A couple retired pro wrestlers are going to be there. Some other comic professionals. Batgirl is going to be there.
Oh, Karen.
Yep, yeah. She's going to be there. Did you know
cool.
that?
No, because usually I see a post from her with the con, so I didn't see that post. So that's awesome. That.
Michael is here. Well, hello. How are you?
Ho, Mr. Michael.
Heidi ho, Dallas is kicking ass. I just like to throw that in Michael's face because they are kicking ass and taking names.
This week they did. I can't deny that. They did. The week before, not so much, but this week, man, it is a good thing. Didn't really help me much, but it is a good thing that I had the quarterback on the bench for Atlanta Falcons. Mr. Ryan did negative points for me, so needless to say.
That's not very nice. What did that city ever do to you?
I think it's just missing a letter. Yeah.
You just reminded me why I don't like you very much. Say that about Dennis. That's not nice.
Everybody likes the Packers.
That's not true.
And more people like Aaron Rodgers now.
That's true. That is true. So let's look at the stuff that came out this week. This is a Dennis book because of the lovely cover. Mr.
Perillo, I mean, seriously, this is just good stuff. Again, this was technically a book from last week, but due to Diamond's mishap of ransomware, some of these books are a week old, so I just got it from last week. That's just a great cover.
Nice. Next up, Nix.
Now, this one is cool. Again, also a Perillo cover, which I'm so
What's it
happy.
About? Any idea?
Yeah, so apparently, if you're Supernatural fans, it's kind of like a Nephilim, where a human mates with the god of chaos and winds up having an offspring, and that's what this is all about.
Is that what Courtney's going to grow up to be like? Because Helen did mate with me, and I am a god of chaos.
Chaos is true.
Chaos is my middle name. My initials are ACS. Some people think it's Christopher, but it's Chaos.
It is.
It is. Out.
Oh, first episode was really cool. This is really cool. World War II, like what if reality stuff. This one's cool. I can't wait. I really can't wait to dig into this one. I'm debating if I want to be able to do a full review or if I'll just wait for issue 3 and do a 1 through 3 full, because this is actually pretty good. This was enjoyable.
As Arnold would say, get out. Get out. It's not a Duma. Man, another cover by him.
I know. Perillo had a big Dynamite's got this man locked up, and for good reason.
Yeah.
Now, this one is Blue Sonia gets introduced.
Oh, that is just stupid.
There's a reasoning for it.
What, she dyes her hair? That's stupid.
I'm
sorry. That's just dumb.
Blue Sonia.
The Telepath, 3-6.
Again, it's part of the old Uprising universe. I'm gonna collect the entire thing because the Uprising universe good. I don't know if I'll review this until the end, and I just might do the entire series because a lot of you guys, if you haven't picked them up, you tend to get them on trade. So yeah, but it looks good. The artwork looks solid.
Whoa, Sonya Blue. Exactly.
Sonya Purple was last month.
Just stupid. Does the carpet match the drapes?
Believe it or not, I don't think this isn't Ironheart. This isn't based off a Japanese porno that's going to be turned into a movie.
Not yet.
Another Perillo. This was a Perillo week.
Damn.
But you got to admit it. Were any of these covers bad?
No, they're all great. I just don't know how Dynamite can afford them unless the guy doesn't realize he's getting underpaid. And I'm not saying, trust me, I don't know what he gets paid. I'm not saying he's getting underpaid, but he doesn't live in the States. So they could be like, oh, we'll pay you this much. And he could be like, oh, that goes a long way over here. I don't know. Yeah, in Italy. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm not saying he's getting underpaid.
I just want to know how he draws and paints so quickly.
Oh, he's got to be doing these so far in advance, because I would think a cover like this. Yeah, I would think a cover like this
that they put out just this
no, I know.
Alone.
I'm saying a cover like this looks like it's probably good at least 4 days, maybe 3. I don't know. I mean, stuff is gorgeous.
I hope he comes over to one of the conventions here in the U.S. so we can. I really love to talk to him.
How's this been? Have you read number 2?
No, I read 1.
Yeah, one was okay. Not
That was
enough.
all right.
You know, I'm kind of waiting.
I'll pick it up because I started.
Yeah. Well, how many issues is it?
I think it's like 6.
Say usually it says 3 of whatever,
Yeah,
but it doesn't. So
no, it says to be continued.
I think it might be 6. I think you're right. Darkhold Wasp. Boy, you are just.
Yeah, this wound up being in my box, and I didn't look at it. It's kind of like getting Faith issue number 1 stuck in.
It's amazing how you can stuff things in Dennis's box and he never even realizes it.
Yeah, I don't even pay attention.
I know women like that.
One I've got. Oh snap! Now and yeah, I did the quick flip of it, so I already got that up on the website, so you can go check it out if you're so inclined. Chances are this is going to be one and done for me. There was nothing. The cover's not bad. I like the cover.
Yeah, the cover's drawn by Paul Renard. If I didn't pronounce it right, but he's great.
Yeah, the interior, but you can go look for yourself.
Okay, well there you go.
Yep, I posted it.
Beautiful. Sword number 10. Still sticking with this one, huh?
Yeah, this is. I'm really torn on this because if I do, this is going to be the plug on the X-Men. The issue is Al Ewing is writing this.
Oh, he did, yeah.
Yeah, and you know I'm all against what he did, and so I've dropped all the other Al Ewing books just because of it, and you know this may wind up falling apart is if I stop on all the X titles.
Oh, damn.
I know.
Well, at least go to issue 12, so you can say you got a year.
I would. Well, we'll see. The way Marvel's putting out garbage right now, we'll see.
I mean, I like. I know the art on the cover is drawn by somebody else from the inside.
Yeah. The art looked good.
Is that Pepe Larraz? I want to say that's Pepe Larraz, but I'm not exactly sure. But I do like that cover art.
Yeah, and they had a variant cover. This one also had a variant cover.
Oh, this is drawn by somebody else too, not the guy that usually does it, which kind of sucks because and I honestly don't know if the guy that usually does it is still on the book. If it is, the guy that started with number 1, it would have been nice for him to draw 25. But
yeah, Benjamin Percy's still writing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the art's not bad in this one either. I liked it. Gills. I think he's a guest artist on it unless he's taking over starting here.
No, I think you're right. I'm just trying to read those. I don't recognize the initials for
JK
who drew this cover. So kind of neat. The Nice House on the Lake is something I wish to own someday.
Yeah, book 6.
Is this the last one?
Yeah, I think it's the last one of it we have up there, but it's not the last issue of this series.
That's what I meant.
I thought it was going to be,
series, yeah.
but it is not. It is to be continued. So we'll see. It's
Are
been
you
solid.
enjoying it?
Yes.
That is the question.
Their Black Label horror books have been pretty solid. I'm going to say I'm kind of liking it.
Cool.
They've given DC at least gave them their freedom on these type of books.
Yeah. All right, so this is the one I bought. Yes, it's the new Wonder Woman number 1. It's Wonder Woman Evolution. Mike Hawthorne did the art. I like Mike's stuff, what he did at Marvel on like Superior Spider-Man and stuff. Stephanie Phelps wrote it, and I know her. She's coming along. I mean, she's done a lot of stuff writing wise. I bought it mostly because of the art. I want to check out what Mike's doing over at DC. And, that's about the reason I bought it. I can't say I'll keep going with it. I'll read number 1. If I like it, then of course I'll buy 2. It's only 8 issues. It's not like I buy a lot anyhow. So what the heck? So we'll see.
I didn't pick it up. Wonder Woman was a little not womanly enough.
I hear you, and I flipped through it, and I got that sense too. I don't know. Like I said, I've seen Mike draw. I've seen the work he did for Marvel, and I've seen him draw attractive women, and I'm just curious. I wonder if DC, well, I shouldn't say I wonder. I mean, I don't know how much truth is to a rumor, but I did hear that DC was like, hey, how about we make the boobages a little smaller? The boobages and the cleavagers, take them down a notch. I heard that. Don't know if it's true. It's a rumor, but I wouldn't put it past DC just from when I drew stuff for them a few years back and some editorial stuff. I was told, so who knows? I'll give it a read, see what it's like. So
if it's any good, let us know.
I will do that. And there you go. We can actually leave this up.
I think we could.
Because let's break down before we do the Spider-Man trailer. Let me blow this up. Go a little more. Move it over here. There we go. So this is kind of like the list of stuff that came out of. Let's do this too. So
Disney Plus Days announced
Disney Plus.
They were trying to get their investors excited for investing into Disney Plus, and they were like, check out this. And I was like, yeah, I can't wait to hear what they came. And then they released it all. And we'll kind of go through them, and I think we'll kind of give you our opinions.
Now, I'll say, what are we starting with? Because we've got a breakdown from a website. So let's see.
They kind of do it. They start off with Moon Knight, and Moon Knight's fine.
Moon Knight, really? Okay, so Michael says X-Men 97 and Moon Knight have your attention. So they start with Moon Knight.
And I'll add She-Hulk into that, and then I think that is the extent. Michael and I pretty much agree on all of those. Add She-Hulk in there because I want to see what they do with it. I really hope it's in the John Byrne style vein, and then I will enjoy it. But we'll see. But Moon Knight, let's start with Moon Knight.
Moon Knight already has a teaser out. It's got a teaser trailer out. I think it looks. I like the casting. I like
Oscar
the actor.
Isaac. I mean, I love Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
As long as they make sure they give him time off to film Dune, the second part of Dune, I absolutely.
Well, I mean, Moon Knight's in the can, as far as I know.
Oh,
maybe it's not.
I would.
Maybe they are still filming it. We don't know when it comes out, right?
Mm-mm.
It's still to be determined. Well, I thought for some reason I thought it was done, but I'm sure he'll wrap this first.
But I like him as a choice.
Yeah, I think he's a great choice for an actor. I mean, the teaser's short, so what do you expect? I mean, they're doing a multiple personality thing.
Yeah, I'll be curious. Yeah. I mean, we don't know what version. I mean, is it just going to be Mark Spector? Is it going to be the one where he's got all the different personalities?
No, he has all the different ones. Have you not seen the teaser?
No.
Yeah, he has the different personalities because it's kind of a struggle.
Oh, okay.
Why, you don't like that?
No, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, I like Moon Knight.
He has dissociative identity disorder.
Yeah, but he's kind of always had it, even though that doesn't mean they're not going to just focus in on Mark Spector, but maybe not.
So we'll see. I mean,
if they do this right, this could be a hit.
It's one I'm really looking forward to.
Me too.
We'll leave it at that. What's next on that list?
Next one is She-Hulk.
She-Hulk has a teaser out. I heard that they were going to try to do a sitcom-y type approach to it, so more lighthearted. Let's see. Michael says, I wonder if they're going to do the multiple. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. That's a good question.
And Legion.
He's got the dissociative.
He brought
disorder.
up Legion, which I really enjoyed.
Right.
I thought, I mean, it was kind of out there, but they did it in a very interesting style. I enjoyed it. I liked what they did with it.
Yeah. So anyhow, She-Hulk, from what I know, it's supposed to be more lighthearted. I could be wrong. It's hard to get a grip on it or a grasp on it from the teaser they put out. They do show a tease of her from behind as She-Hulk, and it was tough because I want to say it looked like it was a CG body, kind of like the Hulk, and then I assume they'll just incorporate the actress's face into it like they do with Mark Ruffalo. But from the build that they're giving She-Hulk, which is basically, a female, bodybuilder type build, I'm almost kind of like, why even do CG at that point? Why not? Because they have the technology to where they could have a real actress And then kind of like they did with Chris Evans when he was skinny Steve Rogers, they could easily put her face onto a taller, well, for lack of a better, obviously not this actress because she's aged out, but remember 80s, married to Sylvester Stallone, Brigitte Nielsen.
Oh, yeah.
But that height.
Oh, yeah, she's tall.
Yeah, that type of height, like a 6 foot tall woman. Because I mean, She-Hulk doesn't have to be 7, 8 feet tall. She can be 6'5".
Yeah.
And you really couldn't get a sense from the teaser either how tall she's going to be.
They could do it like, if you remember American Gladiators, they had a number of really good, big,
That's
tall,
what I'm saying.
bulky. They could.
I mean, the only
but from what they showed, and again, it's just a little bit. It looked like first round CGI. It looked rough.
well, and I think the reason they might be going the CGI route, same with the Hulk, is because they'll put the body sensors on the actress, so she, even though it's not her body you see on screen, it's her physicality.
Yeah.
It's her movement, because it's still acting, even if the person's not talking.
Yeah.
You still have to act with
I
your
did
body
like
and
the
stuff,
little quip, because they were doing a nice hark back to the 70s where she goes, "Don't make me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry." And I'm like, oh,
See,
I did like that.
I read that was basically the reason in the show itself. She's a lawyer and she's basically doing like a commercial for her law firm or whatever, and that's what she's saying. So that's why I think if that would true,
be good.
That's why I think if it's true,
Yep,
that this will have the humor in it, kind of like
yeah. So
burn stuff.
I like her as an actress. I think it's got potential. Tim Roth. I mean, he plays Abomination. I like Tim Roth as an actor, so I'm good. I'm good. As long as they do a good job, I'll be happy.
Yeah. Michael said, do you think they're going to do She-Hulk like a cutesy kind of thing, or more of the one that was associated with the Fantastic Four? Well, I think it'll just be lighthearted. I don't think it's going to be all cutesy and stuff.
Yeah. I'm hoping like I said, I'm a big fan of the John Byrne style.
Right.
The comics sitting up there, the little poses that she did. If they put in little bits and pieces like that, I think I would be very, very happy. But
yeah, this
has potential to go either way.
Yeah. All right. What's next on that list?
Ms. Marvel.
Boo.
Introduces Kamala Khan, the 16-year-old Pakistani American from Jersey City. I remember when she launched in the comics. I've got her first appearance.
Oh, but the first appearance, that's okay.
Well,
but God forbid you get a Faith #1.
It was in Ms. Marvel back when it was Carol Danvers.
It was. And
Carol Danvers back then was a good character. I loved her as Binary, and I liked her as Ms. When Carol Danvers was Warbird or Ms.
Right.
Marvel, and then they just kind of ruined her, and they introduced this character. This character, Kamala, has done nothing for me. I think her power set is dumb. I would rather see Reed Richards in action.
Her power set's dumb. It's just shoehorning stuff in, and this is into the comics when they introduced her. From a TV show standpoint, I'm trying to look at it not as this is what Marvel's doing, but just like any network, like CBS, ABC, when they have their new pilots and new shows, you try different things.
Yep.
Because the audience that's going to see this might not know a damn thing about the comic. Right. And they might watch it, and it could be one of those things that, and I seriously doubt this is going to be the case, but this could be, out of all these shows, this could be in the top 5 or top 3. You just don't know what the fans are going to react to. Now,
and if they could market this at the kids, this could be the Partridge Family of the 2020s.
Right. They could be, this is for tweens.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm saying.
So why watch the first episode? Most likely. But I don't think it's meant to be for me. So, yeah. But from the comic book character standpoint, not a fan.
Echo is the next one. Maya Lopez, a deaf superhero who will be introduced in Hawkeye.
Ugh.
I have absolutely no desire to see this.
I have more desire to watch Miss Marvel than I do this.
Yeah, I don't care what they do with her.
Well,
Maya Lopez is just they're not making this for us. They're going to a completely different demographic,
which is
again.
fine.
And,
But
and if it's successful, that's great. But
well, it's a character they're saying that's going to be introduced in the Hawkeye TV show, right?
Yep.
The Hawkeye show's not even out yet. How do you know how fans are going to? What if you know you do your polling or whatever focus groups and people are like, oh, I hated that character. Then what? Are you going to pull this and be like, oops, no, my bad. We're not doing it after all. I mean, why would you even? You don't know yet.
That's because they're running out of things to do. I mean, let's not introduce Reed Richards or Susan Storm or The Thing.
Well, they're saving those for movies.
Yeah, but let's put out all of these characters that nobody's heard of, or really even that are in there that gives a crap. And if I say, well, what do you mean gives a crap? Their comic books can't barely stay in print.
Michael says I liked it better when it was called Daredevil. Oh,
nice.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but obviously they're saving those for the big screen. But there are other characters in the Marvel universe, in the Marvel catalog. They have hundreds of characters, and you couldn't pick somebody that people have even heard of.
Yeah,
and it could be a female character. We're not female bashing or anything. You could have picked another. Once again, lots of female. How about Wasp? Give her own thing. You know, talk to her. Try and get a Wasp thing going after Ant-Man and the Wasp.
You know what? If you're gonna go into kids and try and do it, why not Power Pack?
Yeah, do Power Pack. Oh my God, Power Pack! I probably would watch.
I would too. Actually,
that would be cool.
Yes.
Oh my God, Power Pack would actually be cool.
Yep. Next, Agatha, House of Harkness. Now, I'm really torn on this because Catherine Hahn was a really great actress, great character with what they did with her in WandaVision, although I thought WandaVision wasn't bad. I didn't think it was great, but I thought it wasn't bad. She was a great character, and there's a lot of things that they could do. I think this show could be very well received if they really delve into the nitty-gritty, the dark part of the Marvel Universe, where you can see where she came from, the Mephisto kind of stuff, doing that. Could they, if they don't go down this right, I think it's going to be a wasted character.
Why is there such lack of creativity for new characters and styles? I don't know.
It's their new hires.
But see, look, Power Pack. Yes, Power Pack would be freaking awesome. Yeah. Look, Agatha, for me, once again, I'll give it a go. It just depends on, like, let's say they really try to take more of a horror bent with it.
Right.
If they do that,
in the Witch's Coven with other witches.
If they do that, I think it could be cool. Make it more, I mean, as adult as you can make it for, Marvel and Disney and stuff. I just don't know if she's a standalone character. I almost think there needs to be somebody else with her in it. I don't know if that's a character that pulls a show by herself.
I don't know. My gut feeling is no, but they could really do something if they brought in Son of Satan, and they introduced some of the horror characters, Hellstrom.
The Hellstrom show on Hulu bombed.
Yeah, I know.
Didn't even get picked. I never even saw it, but didn't even get picked up for a second season. It bombed.
Yeah.
But, they could try to bring in Hellstrom and just recast and just act like that show never even happened.
Yep. I don't know. Like I said, they could do something cool with it, but I'm not all that hopeful, even though I think she's a great actress and I thought her character was good.
Yeah.
Now on for the excitement. X-Men 97. Animated series that explores new stories in the iconic 90s timeline of the original series. The show that ran from 92 to 97, suggesting the series will pick up where the previous series left off. And they're saying that because the entire clip was Wolverine holding a chalkboard and it said X-Men 97.
Well, and I assume it says, in the thing, we hope it has a similar animation style. I would hope so. I mean, you don't do this show and then go, but I have an idea. Let's revamp the whole visual of it. Because then people that were such a fan of this show will just be like, I'm out.
Yep.
So it's got to have the same animation.
It absolutely has to. And the original X-Men animated series is still one of my favorites today.
Yeah.
The stories were right out of the comic books. The artwork was fantastic. The voices that the voice actors that they got fit the niche very well. It was just an incredibly well done series. I wish it would have lasted longer. So if they can bring it back with that feel and have good stories from the 90s, don't give me this woke-based garbage that you're putting out there and go, but this is X-Men 97. I'll be done. But they have potential here to do it right.
I swear to God, if they dull Wolverine's claws to be less threatening, I'm going to trash my TV. Here's a question, because I never really watched it. Did he smoke in this or no?
He had a cigar.
He did.
Yep.
That's not happening.
Yep. And even if you remember, it was the very first one that they did where they had the Wolverine. It was something of Kitty Pryde. It was the first animated cartoon. It wasn't a series. It was just like a standalone. And they had Wolverine as with an Australian accent and everything that, and smoking. Yeah. So, even there, they had it. This was a great series. If they capture it, it was lightning in a bottle. Can they do it again? I don't know. But they have to stay true to the comics of that era and do it exactly that way. I mean, if they do, I'm definitely going to watch this.
Well, we have
unless it sucks.
Let's see, 2023. So we have quite a bit of time to wait.
Yep. It doesn't say when, but in 2023. Spider-Man freshman year. Animated series. It's geared towards the kids.
Yeah, what's weird being an artist? The animated stuff, I like What If, but I really like live action so much more. I mean, the style and animation really has to grab me. I like the way What If looked.
Yes.
But I like more stylized stuff for animation. And What If was, it was just too, quote unquote, real. It wasn't cartoony enough. So I'll be curious to see what they do with it.
Yep.
Speaking of Marvel Zombies, it's coming back. Or not coming back, but I guess it got so well received in What If, they're giving it its own show. That, I think, would be very interesting.
It is animated.
It's animated, but I'm very curious. I'm just curious to see what they do with it and where it goes. So
yes, it could be good. I did like the original. I'm just going to say the first original Marvel Zombies comic book was great. 2 was solid. 3 wasn't bad, and then it kind of just was a money grab.
See, Michael says, that's interesting, Andy. The animation from What If completely turned me off. There were just things about it. There's a fine line when you do things in computer generated and animation where if you get too close to realism, it can almost be off-putting. And, there was a movie, and it's not the Polar Express. There was a sci-fi movie that came out 15, 20 years ago that was all CG'd. And the actors or the CG characters in it, the humans, were just that smidge away from being real.
Titan AE?
I don't know. I can't remember. I remember watching the sci-fi backgrounds and seeing all that stuff and thinking, oh my God, this is like all the backgrounds were on the level of things you see in like a Star Wars and Star Trek in terms of realism. Mm-hmm. And then even like the actor in a spacesuit walking away from you, you'd swear to God that you were watching a live action movie. But then when the actor would turn and they zoom in on the face, like from a distance, the face, you're like, oh my God, that's an actor, a person. But when they zoomed in on the face, it was CG'd, but it just looked so freaking almost real. No, that's not it.
Okay.
No, that's not it. It looked, it was right on that edge where you're just like, oh, that's really off-putting.
Yeah.
The one with Matt Damon? No, because are you talking the one with Matt Damon where he was on Mars or whatever? I thought those were mine.
No, animated. I don't know. Michael, shoot us a name.
Yeah, you gotta shoot us a title. Shoot us a title. I can't remember.
But I agree with that.
But the thing with What If was there were aspects of it because you could tell the way they were doing the animation with the physicality, the movement of the characters and stuff. That there was a thing back in the day called rotoscoping, and what rotoscoping was, break it down real quick and dirty, is they would basically film real people, doing whatever in the scene, and then give it to the animators, and the animators would trace off those stills, frame by frame. So that's kind of like rotoscope. That's rotoscoping, and that's the feel What If had, and it was just so offsetting. No, because that's just that Mars, whatever it was. So
I don't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I loved it when Peggy Carter took that tank and flipped it.
Oh no, it wasn't. It wasn't Titan AE. No.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Titan AE.
All right, but we'll see. Yeah. I mean, I think the zombies.
The zombie one's fine because they're zombies. So
yeah, they could be good. Secret Invasion, we already knew about that.
I mean, Samuel Jackson doing a TV show, episodic's cool. Ben Mendelsohn as the Skrull from Captain Marvel's cool.
It could be good.
But once again, I'm just kind of like, it kind of gives me that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. vibe where I liked Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but towards the end, it did get a little tired because you're like, yeah I want to see. Like, I think I totally get Marvel wanting to expand and put all these things out there, but I think they're losing sight of that a lot of the movies and stuff originally did so well is because they were these big characters that everybody knew, and that's what really pulled them in. And if you're like going, hey, we're going to do Miss Marvel, it's like, why?
But see, DC ran in that with Smallville. I love Smallville.
Yeah, that's true.
The first few seasons were like, it got really tiring. It's in high school. They're doing the same things. Yeah. And then they started going, we're going to introduce Aquaman. And then we're going to introduce, because, they introduced Curry, and then they started bringing it in. Yeah. They took a whole different shift, which completely opened up the show. And it turned into a fabulous series all the way to the point where you got to see Tom flying down, turning into Superman, and you realize he could be Superman in the movies and then never was.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
It all depends.
I mean, I'll definitely give it a watch. I love Samuel Jackson's character. I actually do like Ben Mendelsohn's character as the Skrull. So
yeah, I do too.
But can it be
a show?
Well, that's the thing. When I hear Secret Invasion, and it could be because I read the miniseries, and the miniseries it's got all the big heroes in it.
It's Spider-Woman, and I mean,
it's got all the Avengers. It's got
what they did, because that was Bendis, I think.
Right, but it's got everybody in it, and this show's not. So they're basically, to me, it's almost like a bait and switch.
It could very well be, and that's kind of what I'm afraid of. Because as a standalone, if it was Secret Invasion,
Final Fantasy, I don't think so. Google Final Fantasy. I need to see a screenshot. I don't think so, though. I don't think it was Final Fantasy.
I used to play the games.
I know you did. Spell it right, Dennis.
I can't. I got too many things sitting here.
You and your damn sausage fingers.
I know, right?
Oh, you know what? No, it wasn't Final Fantasy, but let me see something else. Scroll back up to the top. Was the whole thing CG'd? Because click on that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? It might have been, because isn't that just that's not real, right?
Right.
But because it's so close, it's just a little off-putting.
It is.
So it might have been Final Fantasy. So
yeah, that would make sense.
Could have been.
So here's the highlight.
Hey, Doja, hold on. Well, hello, Doja Coin. Thank you for joining us again. Welcome back.
It has been a while. We have missed you.
All right. So anyhow, Ironheart.
No. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Holiday special.
That I think will be fun.
Harking back to the Star Wars, the ever famous Star Wars holiday special. I feel like going to grab my hot chocolate, put the marshmallows in it, sitting down right now in front of a
Do you
fire.
own that?
I don't anymore.
Lucas is just ashamed of that, isn't he?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
it was
that's what I
only
thought.
aired that one
That's
one
what I thought.
time.
Yeah.
And you could only get it back in the days when VHS was a big thing. There was a bootleg copy.
Well, I remember.
And that didn't
I
survive.
remember seeing some joke thing on YouTube of a guy dressed up as Lucas going around at a show, and every time he could find a copy, he'd buy it and he'd pay, and he'd just throw it on the floor and step on it and smash it and stuff.
That's awesome. Yes. So,
But I'm looking
Guardians
forward
of
to
the
it,
Galaxy could
'cause
be
it's supposed
fun
to
just
have-
like it.
the whole cast, like the movie. So
Yes.
I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be fun.
Yes, and
So.
even though there'll be no B. Arthur in this, but you know,
Yeah. You do
we'll
what you
find out. Ironheart. This is the one you're excited about.
You mean Disney's want to do Japanese porn?
They are, and it looks just like her too.
Almost.
I have seen pictures from everybody's been pulling this and talking about it, and it's almost kind of scary the fact that when the Japanese porn Ironheart was out there, what this looks like, and I'm like, wow, did they literally just rip it off? I don't know. We'll find out.
Maybe. Well, Bendis created her, didn't he?
Yeah, and wow, that's a great question for him, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure he created her, so now we know what Bendis is into, maybe.
Ah.
Just speculating, don't know. Hope it's as good as the Star Wars.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, Ironheart, once again, it's just like throw down all the diversity we can. Nobody gives a shit about Riri Williams. I know it's just me saying that, and people can go, oh, that's because you're an old white dude. Of course you don't care about her. But I mean, seriously. So look at the sales. How well did she actually do?
Bob
How well
Chapek
did her book
confronted apparently Kevin Feige about it because they killed off Tony Stark. And what are you going to replace her with? Well, we're going to replace her with Riri Williams. Oh, you mean the one that could only manage to get together 12 comic books before being canceled? That one? Oh yeah, they everybody loves her. Really, who's everybody? Because there's no sales, there's no nothing. It was not very well received. Everybody was excited to go out and get the first appearance because there's a first appearance of a new character. And that's about the extent of it. I am so smart. I'm probably smarter than Tony Stark, and I'm a kid. And I'm just like, oh my God, yes, this is garbage. I have zero interest. We may have to watch the first one just to review it and give it to CGC, but chances are I will be done with it. I have zero interest.
Yeah, I'll watch the first episode because it's live action, right?
I think so.
Yeah, it's live action. So, I'll watch the first episode, but I'm just like,
Yeah, done.
What if season 2? Season 1 didn't light me on fire. They had good episodes. They had bad episodes.
They went just like that.
Yeah, pretty much. It was a roller coaster. It's like, oh, that's cool. Oh, that was bad.
The one nice thing that we did, and you can go back and see a review of it, I did like how instead of, like in the comics, they're all standalones. Well, These were standalones, but then all of a sudden at the end, they were able to tie a lot of them together and draw back on the characters that you met. That was a cool, interesting thing that they did. Was it enough to get me to go, God, where is season 2? Nope. I much would rather see the new Dexter series.
Are these are all shows that will be on Disney Plus? These are all shows.
They dropped it on Disney Plus Day to try and excite investors to want to spend money on Disney Plus. And I think so. They were actually expecting their stock prices to skyrocket after the announcement. And you know what it did?
Not much.
Didn't even blip. It was just flatlined. Nobody cared after all of these announcements.
Last but not least, I Am Groot. I Am Groot is a bunch of shorts following Baby Groot as he as the taciturn sapling grows up and gets into trouble among the stars. It's going to be stop motion animation. If you're like, what the hell, stop motion animation? It's basically Frosty the Snowman, the original Santa Claus. Rudolph. The original Rudolph. Yeah, that's stop
Wallace
motion.
And Gromit.
Yeah, Wallace and Gromit. It's for kids, I think. I might watch it. It's
I like Groot. I'll be curious to see what they do with him.
I mean, he's got to have obviously a good cast around him because all Groot does is say "I'm Groot." So
out of all of this, the only one X-Men really kind of excites me that they could do it. She-Hulk maybe and Moon Knight.
The Marvel Zombies is animated just like it was in the What If show. That's what it's spinning out of. So yes, the only ones that really excite me are Moon Knight, She-Hulk, and I never watched X-Men 97 in the first place. Maybe I'll dip my toe in. I got the book on the making of that animated cartoon, and I love that. So I'll probably give it a shot.
I think it's time, if you want to watch a good series, go sit down and watch the X-Men animated series.
Do you own it?
I do.
You pull the episode that has Alpha
and it's
Flight
on Disney
in
Plus.
Oh, well, tell me what episode has Alpha Flight in it, and I can just go right to
Oh, Alpha Flight. Yeah, they do.
Love Alpha.
They do.
Why aren't they doing an Alpha Flight show, damn it?
Exactly.
What do they have against Canada? Well, besides Trudeau. He's a loser. But anyhow, so there you go. That's that stuff. We're going to watch
the trailer. Now, this excites me.
This is exciting. We're going to watch the trailer for Spider-Man and then talk about it. So if you haven't seen the trailer for Spider-Man yet,
the new trailer,
get your popcorn. I'm just looking at something right here. I wanted to see. Oh yeah. I'm going to, just in case, I'm going to speed it up to 1 1/4, just so we don't get plugged by YouTube for anything. Michael knows. He says Alpha Flight now.
Exactly.
All right, let's watch this trailer for Spider-Man. What's the tagline to it? No Way Home.
No Way Home.
The Amazing Spider-Man, No Way Home, comes out a month from today.
Ever since I got bit by that spider,
You're just getting rained on.
I've only had 1 week where my life has felt normal. That was when you found out.
When you botched that spell where you wanted everyone to forget the Peter Parker Spider-Man, we started getting some visitors.
That's cool.
Goblin. Or Green Goblin.
Universe.
Hello, Peter.
I'm very curious about that black costume.
You're not Peter
I
Parker.
know.
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Dr. Otto Octavius.
Wait, no, seriously, what's your actual name?
They do
There are
captures.
others out
So that's
there.
that is
Send
awesome.
them back to me. So, Scooby-Doo this crap.
You know, all this is kind of your mess. I know a couple magic words myself, starting with the word please.
Please, Scooby-Doo this crap.
You're flying out into the darkness to fight ghosts.
What do you mean?
They all die fighting Spider-Man. It's their fate. I'm sorry, kid.
Yeah, me too.
Don't.
That's cool.
But there has to be another way.
There isn't. They're a danger to our universe. You never take this away from me.
That's great. He's not blue anymore.
I know.
You're struggling.
Fix this.
Have everything you want while the world tries to make you choose.
There's the lizard.
My fault. I can't save everyone. What's happening?
They're starting to come through, and I can't stop them.
December 17th, exclusively at movie theaters. Tickets on sale November 29th. Spider Monday.
Oh, yeah.
So I would think, let's remove that. It's like, let's talk about the villains that are, oh, hold on. Let's just close this window because we don't need to hear any more garbage. I would think, so let's do a rundown. Doc Ock, Lizard, Electro, Sandman, right?
Yep.
Green Goblin.
Yep.
There's got to be another one for the Sinister Six. Is it Venom? Because we know, spoiler alert, if you didn't see Venom 2, the after credit scene in Venom 2 Venom, Eddie Brock, wakes up in the Spider-Man universe.
Yeah.
So Venom?
Could
Or
be.
who would the other villain be that's already been?
Vulture.
Oh, I think Vulture is in it.
Yeah.
So maybe Vulture. So, I mean, that's basically them
then-
doing the Sinister Six.
And then they bring him in, and maybe we get Venom, who winds up being
Well, I think
kind of
Venom's
brought
more
in
of a
this
good
way.
guy.
Yeah.
I think Venom's more of a good guy at that point.
Because they brought him in. So out of all the Marvel movies we've seen recently,
Man,
this looks the best.
I can't see the Rhino because I don't think
I was gonna say Rhino, but that was such a bad version of the. Wasn't it Paul G?
it was Paul Giamatti. But
Giamatti.
that after credit scene in that big clunky mechanical suit looked so stupid.
Yeah.
The lizard jumping at nothing makes sense. I'm looking forward to it a lot. I think it's going to be cool. If Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are not in this movie, you're going to let down so many people, including me.
Yes.
I might cry.
I am thinking they will be. And honestly, this movie looks like the best Marvel movie that's been out probably since Endgame, and I hope Sony pulls it off.
Oh, I 100% agree. I mean, this looks better than Black Widow. Definitely looks better than Shang-Chi.
And it was sure better than Eternals. Ugh.
And yeah, it looks better than Eternals.
And I bet you will not fall asleep.
Oh, no. No, they think that they can introduce a new villain. Did you hear that, or are you just saying that, Joe?
Oh, yeah, I didn't hear that.
Are you just saying that?
Oh, God. There's already enough cool villains in there. Why would they need to do it? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that because there's already enough cool villains. The one fear is, you remember how clunky Spider-Man 3 was? The original Spider-Man 3 was Sandman and Venom.
Yes.
And then wasn't there another one in there, another villain in there too? I thought. All I know
It was
was
the one with the bad dancing.
It felt like there was just too many in that movie. And you know what it is? Too many cooks in the kitchen. So it's almost like, don't F it up. Don't make it a cluster.
You know, but they did a good job because they're at least pulling the villains from the other movies that we've already been introduced. As long as they get the same actors, and it looks like they are, they could do a good job with it.
Well, I mean, there's obviously there's a way to do a large cast and not junk it up. So hopefully that's what they do. I mean, we'll see a month from now for sure. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I heard this is Tom. I heard Tom Holland saying this could be his last go round.
It could be
as well, which, you know,
I mean, it's all contracts.
It's been more than
it's all contracts after this.
3 standalone movies, Civil War, Infinity, and I mean 6 movies.
So out of all the Spider-Mans, who's your favorite?
Oh, I like Tom Holland.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'd go Toby.
Yep.
And then Garfield's third.
See,
no fault of his own.
I like Tom Holland because I liked him as both Peter Parker and Spider-Man.
Right.
I thought Toby played a really good Peter, and I thought Andrew played a very witty Spider-Man. But you know, Tom Holland just kind of, for me, did both of them.
I mean, Craven would be cool, but I can't see them introducing a brand new character in the movie because then they would have to they'd have to introduce them and do
a whole storyline,
a nice storyline, some setup, backstory, blah, blah, blah. And this movie already has enough going on where, you know.
Blah, blah, blah. Did you just give us a blah, blah, blah?
I did.
Ned is the Hobgoblin. Also, they made a story mistake. Lizard didn't die.
Yeah. Let's see. Spider-Ham. There you go. That would
Peter
be funny.
Porker.
That would be funny if Peter Porker comes through with CG and they make it work.
That animated Spider-Man, the Miles Morales one, didn't that multi-universe one? I can't think of the name of it. Didn't he make his appearance in there, Spider-Ham?
Oh yeah, yeah.
See, all right, we got some pretty big news too.
Tom, Andrew, Toby have the TV spot. They don't have the TV one. And actually, I think I saw something where the actor was like, "Oh, come on! It would have been cool if they called the TV one." I mean, how cool would that? The problem is, that's 40 some years ago. That dude's old as, you know.
That would, well, who knows? They may surprise us. We'll have to wait. And
Well,
see.
unless that
would be really
guy's throwing a real curveball, because he's pretty much already said he's not.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
well,
no. What would be cool is if they pulled the Thor from the Incredible Hulk TV show.
that would be
No,
would be cool.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah,
That
no,
Thor
that would
was
be
awful.
cool. Not as Thor, but just to have him in there, that would be awesome.
Oh, just have him in there.
Yeah, and then you'd have Daredevil in the black costume.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So Marvel announces a new Sorcerer Supreme after the death of Doctor Strange.
Hold on.
Oh man, this saddens me a lot. You know, we finally get Benedict Cumberbatch in the MCU, and I like him as Doctor Strange. I know not everybody does. I actually really do like him.
I think people are crazy if they don't like him as Doctor Strange. He's awesome.
I think he is. I think he's really good.
He's so sexy in that.
So, a new Sorcerer Supreme in their Marvel comic series after the aftermath of the death of Doctor Strange miniseries by Jed McKay, which we all know has been doing the current Moon Knight, which I stopped getting because it didn't really.
Why? You know the death isn't going to stick. They're not going to kill Doctor Strange for a long time. That is so stupid.
Well, they tried it when Brother Voodoo kind of took over and did it,
Right.
and that was again not all that exciting.
Well, and Brother Voodoo is his own thing, and he's cool as Brother Voodoo.
Correct.
You know.
So it says a new Sorcerer Supreme will rise. The Marvel press release reads, coming in March, the aftermath of the death of Doctor Strange leads into a new ongoing series starring the new Sorcerer Supreme. Now, most people are putting odds that it's Ileana Rasputin, Magic from the New Mutants, because in the comic books, the future version, when they jump ahead, she becomes the actual Sorcerer Supreme in canon in Marvel. So a lot of people are thinking that's who they're just going to be. And I'd be like, I love her as a character, but I don't really need to see her as the Sorcerer Supreme.
No, I mean, I don't have another choice for it. I just think it's just a stupid sales thing.
It is.
Oh, we need to bump up sales. Let's kill it. It's the go-to. Kill the character. It's just the typical go-to. I don't know. I think it's dumb.
I do too. Not at all. This will not get me to buy the new Doctor Strange.
You know, get me to buy Doctor Strange. Throw him back in his super suit back from the 70s. Remember that suit he wore with the full mask and everything?
Yeah. Wow.
Bring that back for a few issues. I'd pick it up. I love that suit.
That would be. See, now that would be fun. That is a hell of a throwback. I wasn't even thinking that.
Let's see. Bruh, in Spider-Man, we need MJ to say the famous line we all know from Mary Jane Watson. Go get him, Tiger. Damn right. Damn right.
Are they going to kill off MJ? Because they have that scene
where
he's falling off the bridge and he's going to save
him.
that
is that scene, you know. And as soon as I saw that, I thought, oh, Gwen Stacy moment. Could they be killing MJ?
I know.
What a twist. Because they've never introduced Gwen Stacy in this Spider-Man yet. So what a twist that would be. Kill MJ and introduce Gwen Stacy.
Right. She comes through the portal and she winds up sticking around. He falls in love with Gwen Stacy.
The problem is the problem is though, bringing her through the portal wasn't that played by Emma Stone? So I mean, if you want to do it, if you're going to bring Andrew Garfield through and then you bring Gwen Stacy through, you'd want to stick with the same actress, and she's aged out. She's not. She's too old.
Whoa. They can de-age anybody.
That's true.
If you look right now, Andy's got a DH filter on.
I do have a DH filter on, actually. And since we're wrapping up, I can show you. See, look at this. I look like I'm 21 again with my lovely brown facial beard.
Look at that.
You know, Dennis came over and I had to spank, get off. Stop trying to touch me.
I'm telling you, it's that Captain Picard moment because he now has the full. You should just stop shaving your head and then go get a Star Trek: The Next Generation costume and start going. Engage.
Let's see. Joe says they said that MJ will die and Peter will change everything and Peter will meet his Gwen. Joe, are you just making stuff up? I don't know if you're jerking me around or not. I hate spoilers. I haven't heard any of that, so we'll see. See, that's creative thinking right there. That wasn't hard. That's true.
You know, we could be writing for Marvel and it would be better than the crap they're putting out.
It could be. But, you know, what you should be doing is, you know, getting the real superhero book that you need in your life. And you're going, what is that? It's First Man Volume 2 by this guy, Andy Smith. First Man Volume 2, 64 pages of great superhero action. Luke Henry is back on Earth. And now he's got to face these 4 people from the Fourth World Foundation. They built this AI being named Adonis to be the ultimate fighting machine. But is he? And what exactly are their dastardly plans with First Man all about? You'll have to get the book to see. I'm working on it daily, up to page 29. So go back it now if you haven't backed it yet. And if you're like, what about Volume 1? You can get that as part of the campaign too. And this snazzy black book, The Art of Andy Smith, 112-page hardcover, featuring some of the best work from the past 30 years in the business. So back it now. And of course, get yourself a snazzy First Man t-shirt. Woo! 10-color printing, the highest you can go, with a beautiful shot of Penumbra on the back. So you can get them coming and going.
Oh, yeah. That looks good.
Thank you
and
very
it
much.
looks way better than Ironheart. Just saying, everybody.
Oh, it's way better than Ironheart. Picard would be disappointed with you, Dennis.
Why? Because of my accent? Engage.
All right, already ordered it. There you go. And hey, what about spoilers? AI villain, Andy. That's Adonis, baby. His name is Adonis. And Adonis actually does stand for something, just like S.H.I.E.L.D. does. But off the top of my head, I can't remember what it stands for. But it's pretty cool. My co-writer, Rob Snyder, made up something for it. I gave him the name, expecting that's just what they named him. He's like, no, it stands for blah, 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 whatever. So
again, you and your blah, blah, blah.
It is an acronym.
Way too much Greta on this show tonight.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm Greta Thunberg. She's 18 now, so you can make fun of her.
We can.
Or is she 19?
No, she's 18.
Whatever.
She's perfectly legit now. So
perfectly legit to make fun of. Poor Greta.
And she swore.
She did, too. I heard that.
Yeah.
She dropped an F-bomb, right?
She did.
Little bitch. That's not cool. Her parents should wash her mouth out with soap. My daughter's 18, and she won't even say the S word, as in shiznit. You know what I mean.
She does swear, but it's usually the D word.
My kid?
Dallas.
Oh, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. I was going to say, my kid doesn't say the word damn, and you said damn.
Dallas.
You bastard.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. That's the show. Thank you for joining us. We will be back next week. As always,
since we'll be at the convention this weekend.
That's right. We'll have convention tales. Maybe Dennis will get on and show a little frag-a-boom and I at the show and whatnot. And yeah, we'll have to do that from the show. And we'll catch you guys next week. Michael's ends with a compliment. That's what I like. Great show, guys. Thanks for hanging. You got it, Michael. Michael, Joe, Dogecoin. Thank you all for joining. Thanks all the viewers that have not commented. Thank you for joining. Please subscribe to the channel and please smash that like button. And, you know, we will be back next week. Until then, bye-bye, everybody.
Live long and prosper.